Hello Purple Army, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and positivity through music. Today we're going to be doing another triple reaction to Prince. We're going to be checking out Man in a Uniform from the album The Truth, and then we'll check out the songs Papa and Race from Prince's album Come. Now, I was given a bit of backstory for all three of these songs, but the backstory that I think intrigued me and surprised me the most was in reference to Papa. And I'll kind of leave it a little bit ambiguous, but I don't know what Prince's relationship was like with his father and his family in general, but all I can say is I hope things at home were okay. I know that apparently the song is semi-autobiographical, but some people in and around Prince's life view this as entirely fictional. Prince may himself say that this is, again, semi-autobiographical, so I don't know the contents really of what we're going to experience in Papa, but I'm expecting something potentially contentious there. So let me know what you all think about that in the comments below. But as always, I'm excited to check these out. But before jumping in, a massive thank you to Daniel the Melancholic for making this donation request. Sorry, Daniel, that you're melancholic today. Honestly, that kind of fits my vibe today as well. And Daniel dedicates this one to Jennifer. But yeah, I'm excited to check these out as always. So let's jump in, starting with Man in a Uniform.
Oh, she said, huh!
Oh wow. These are interesting drums.
That's what I want you to be.
Acoustic.
Third time this week, one suit, but I don't give a damn to see because
I believe The Truth was Prince's 21st studio album. This was an entirely acoustic record, so it makes sense that the main driving force melodically is the acoustic guitar. But these drums are very interesting to me.
I don't give a damn to see because man in a uniform do funny things to me. And I said, it's the third time, but I don't mind, cause that's just so damn fine. Man in a uniform.
I like the bass.
That's what I round. Man in a uniform, suffering every stroke of my hand. From the dusk until the early morn, you will grant this girl to me. She need to be drunk with pride. Wait a minute.
Drunk with pride.
Tell you why. To make up for the emptiness that you feel inside.
Wow. Make up for the emptiness she feels inside. Because it's an interesting lyric. Just anytime I think makeup is used as a double in a lot of art, it really is revealing, oddly enough, because makeup, it covers the exterior, but oftentimes, right, when you cover the exterior, there's something going on inside. And that's not a slight against the beauty industry or anything like that. It's more of a metaphor for how we humans live our lives. Oftentimes we put up these fronts, we make everything seem like it's perfect and okay, and then underneath we are what would the perfect word be? We are burning up inside. I am very good at doing that. I've worked very hard to not be that good at doing that, and it's honestly sometimes easier for me to be a little bit more emotional, or at least understand that I am being that and not bottling things up in that way. Not that this song is going entirely in that direction, but it's what I'm thinking about now.
That you feel inside. Yeah. Come on. Man in a uniform. That's what I am.
The aliens got him.
She said tonight I want your attention. She said tonight I want your fragment to swallow my stench and be loyal to me. She'll never be free until you do me like a man.
This is a nasty song. Stands at attention, right? That double. Let me taste your stench.
That's what I am. Dirty little man in a uniform. That's what I am.
That is an interesting song. Oh, there I am, right there. A bit of the background that I was given on this song was that it has a little bit to do with fetish and kink. So, you know, if I hadn't had that bit of backstory, then the song "Man in a Uniform" may mean something entirely different to me. But when we arrive at that moment of like, I am here to taste your stench, and then you get the double entendre of man in a uniform, stand at attention, you know, all of those double meanings, then it does become a little bit clearer what's going on that side. And it's just so interesting to me that you can communicate, I mean, pretty much anything you want through music. Even the most difficult subject matter or most taboo subject matter can be communicated through music. Now, the ways that artists have tried to communicate, like kink and sex through music over the years, has oftentimes become very obvious. And the typical example I'll use is like your Chris Brown R&B style of music. I feel like that has almost been overused to discuss the ideas of sex rather than in any other musical style or genre. And Prince, as we know, he's the master of genre manipulation to serve any and all of his purposes. So it's interesting that we have almost like a super percussive tribal-esque feel in certain moments, and that dovetails with the idea of kink and intimacy. Just very interesting from my perspective. But let's check out the second song here. This is the contentious one, potentially, called Papa, which is actually what I call my father, Papa.
There was one September day that Papa worked too hard. First he crucified every dandelion out in the yard.
Wow.
Then he screamed at baby twice for throwing rocks at passing cars. Baby didn't listen, so like a priceless work of art, he got snatched by his papa, who then opened up the closet door and pushed the 4-year-old down onto the closet floor. Baby cried, I'm sorry, I won't do it no more. Papa said,
It feels weird for me to like kind of really enjoy this beat and interesting atmosphere, but the lyrical content is about throwing a child into a closet, a young child who doesn't really know what's going on. And interestingly enough, I reacted to this song recently. It wasn't from Prince. It was by an artist named Pat Benatar called Hell is for Children. And there were so many moving lyrics in that song. And I came away with a bit of a similar feeling about this song. It sounds good. It's catchy. And that song had a big rock kind of feel to it. Musically, I'm in there. But when I take a step back and listen to the lyrics, I'm just like, horrified at the same time, and I have this like internal conflict of whether or not I should be enjoying the music or should be moved to tears by the lyrical content. I wonder what y'all's opinion is on that.
I cried, I'm sorry, I won't do it no more. Papa said, yeah, I know. That's what this here's for. Smack! Ooh, Papa. Smack, smack! Ooh, Papa, Papa. Smack! Ooh, Papa. Smack, smack! Ooh, Papa, Papa.
The smacks are with hate and just they're cutting right through. And then the Papa Papas are sung more beautifully with seemingly care and love.
As the door closes, baby starts to cry. Please don't lock me up again without a reason why. Papa just went outside and pointed his shotgun up in the sky. He said, how come I don't love my woman? Then he took aim and died. Boom! Papa, boom, boom. Papa, Papa. Papa, boom, boom. Papa, Papa. Don't abuse children, or else they turn out like me. Everybody crazy, deep down we both afraid. Every single one of us knows some kind of pain. It's been love all crazy, one fact still remains. If you love somebody, life won't be a thing. And there's always a rainbow at the end of every rain.
Oh, wow. If that song had like a minute and a half left in it, I'm definitely just fully bawling. Where do I begin here? Oh, God, where do I begin? I may need a second to like just fully process. Oh, God. Don't abuse children, otherwise you'll turn out like me. That is a crazy line, and, you know, if it is rooted in any truth, it's so ultimately tragic that many kids at all points in history really have suffered abuse at the hands of their parents. Because those are the people who are there to bring you into the world, teach you, show you love, show you right from wrong. And to reference that Pat Benatar song I mentioned earlier, an abused child doesn't know the difference between pain and love. And sometimes many other maladaptive behaviors, even unbeknownst to the victims, form as a result if they make it out of the abusive environment. But the claws of the abuser never leave the brain. Dude, I'm going to be sad today. Melancholic for sure. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the history of this song, Papa. What you feel when you hear it. For me, I'm definitely like in a place where I'm intrigued, but also like uncomfortable, which is fine. I don't mind being uncomfortable, and definitely just sad. Sad for Prince, sad for children anywhere. I hate evil. You know, this channel, we preach peace, love, and positivity, so it feels weird to say I hate evil, but if there's anything to hate, let it be evil. I need to go to the gym after this. Whew, let's check out our race.
Lie down, fair one, and come away till the rain is over and gone. Give me the beat now. Play some music. Lead line.
don't know if I'm going to be able to shake the emotional baggage from Papa. I'll do my best.
The air's a little thick in this room tonight. I reckon it's a result of an onslaught of separatist rookies overcoming this colorful sight. Talking so fast that even they don't know what they mean.
God, the bass tone.
Bass around my eyes that you every time regurgitate the racist lines and keep us apart. Thank God this ain't monopoly. You make us all go back to start. Race in the space, I'm our human. Race, face the music, we all bones when we dig it. Race in the space, I'm our human. Cut me, cut you, both the blood is red, I gotcha.
I love the way that like you hear obviously like Prince basically rapping over everything, and in the background you have these the brass instruments kind of like it's like a trombone. When you slide it up and down, it just feels like it's that fatty tone gets pulled up, stretched out, distended, it warps, it never really finds its home, quote unquote. It's always been a very interesting effect to me, and if you can imagine like a fun house with a bunch of those like wacky mirrors that distorts you visually, those like sliding trombone sounds almost feel like that effect but auditorily.
I'm our human. Cut me, cut you, both the blood is red, I gotcha. Race. Check it. Seats over there's a lady
so low, the space.
Here is a little white girl, and the fact of the matter is, before a mama or another kid at school tells about the fallacy to one race rules over the other, she'd be a much better off left fool. If you never heard about the evils that those before us committed, then how, my dear? Tell me now how, my dear? Tell me now how? Now what do we know? And in the band say, race in the space, I'm our human. Race, face the music, we all bones when we dead. Race in the space, I'm our human. Cut me, cut you, both the blood is red, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Race.
We are all part of the human race.
Race. Get it down with HISTORY and all this BS propaganda. Then you from me and me from you as we grow. I don't wanna know why those before us hate.
I love Prince's message here. Let's forget about history and all of the baggage and turmoil that comes with, because it's only right now serving to divide us, and history continues, right? It repeats itself oftentimes, and people often don't learn either from history, so they will propagate, I guess, the mechanisms in history in the modern era that will still create division between people, but we all bleed the same blood. It's broken thinking to think that any one of us is superior to the other when we are a collective force.
We grow. I don't wanna know why those before us hated each other. I'd rather believe they never did. I'd rather believe that there's hope for a kid. And if he imitates the best, I guess that's what I try to be. And I'ma let the rest dissolve with my guitar underneath the sea. Face the music. Face the music. Race in space, I'm our human. Race, face the Bass.
It's again, it's like it's such a fun, like energetic song. And then when you deep dive into the lyrics, that's where like the heaviness comes into my mind, comes into my heart, because it just makes me so infinitely sad that the world continues to be so violent, so divisive, so polarized. And this is like maybe too much of a fourth wall break, but I don't care. I mean, I just say whatever comes to my mind on this channel, but like a lot of content online, on YouTube, the conversations had in person, anywhere and everywhere we go, the world is flooded with negativity. I mean, it's everywhere, actually. And I do my part, you know, trying to spread good messages and being real about the circumstances that we all face, right? Life is not easy. Social dynamics are a thing. External forces do exist and impact your view of yourself, your perception of others, the world abroad. There's so many things to manage all at once, and it feels like on the whole, the negative side is winning. And maybe that is my own bias, but for me, if I actually view myself as being somebody with virtue, it doesn't matter how much on paper we are losing against negativity, against evil in the world, because if you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. And if you believe something is true, is moral, is a good for yourself, for your community, for your loved ones, for the world abroad, then to embody that with every fiber of your being is your duty. At least that's kind of how I'm viewing my own life. And, you know, I'm still growing. I'm going to continue to reassess where I am, my engagement with myself and the world abroad too, to make as positive of an impact as I can. And sometimes it feels never ending and hopeless. Like, man, the negativity continues to win, and people will continue to sow seeds of division wherever they can without having the humility to recognize that it's usually a two-person problem, not one. And it's like an eternal struggle, you know? And I face that struggle within myself. I would never claim to be the perfect moral actor either. So, I don't know. If we could just be collectively more positive abroad, that would do ourselves and everybody, at least in our nearby vicinity, a load of good. So if anything, you can take away from this reaction, just be kind to somebody near and dear to you in your life, a stranger, anybody. It's a small drop in the bucket, but, you know, many drops create a monsoon. Yeah, that'll be my quote of the day. But that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed my reaction, though it was a little bit sad. If you did and would like to make a request yourself, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.